fishing, just fishing, fishing, just fishing.
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
Fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
just fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
just fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
fishing.
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
All right, here we go, guys. A Sunday, February 23, 2020 kayak trip with John Skinner, a bucket list thing for me, and actually the first time ever that I was on a kayak. Yes, first time ever. And besides showing the fishing, I wanted to take a pros and cons look at a kayak. And look, I'll be honest, part of this is tempered by the fact that I actually own a boat. So, you know, I'm not as desperate, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but I have access to a boat anytime I want. My friends have boats, and obviously I have my own boat. But, you know, having never done it, I wanted to see what it's like. And there certainly are many pros to it. Number one, you get into water that a boat can't get into. And I mean, most of this trip, and let me first say that Skinner was gracious enough to let me use his Hobie with the Mirage Drive, the pedal drive. You'll see me pedaling throughout the video. It's got a forward and reverse gear. It's got a rudder on the left-hand side, on the port side, where you can control the steering. So you basically pedal, you turn the rudder, and you go in that direction. Same thing in reverse. You turn it the opposite way and you turn in the direction you want. So it's a great system, although, and those of you that have one will understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes, and you'll see me struggling with it when I'm fighting fish, putting it into reverse or putting it into forward takes a little bit of effort. But the positives are great, right? You get into really skinny water, and you'll see most of this video, you could see the bottom. I mean, there were often times we were in 1 foot or less of water. So that's something that a boat can't match. There's also a serenity to it. I mean, it's just beautiful. You're in these waters. We saw one other kayaker the whole day, right near the end. It's just, if you want to get one with nature, Jack, Call of the Wild, that kind of stuff, this is the thing for you. Some of the cons, though, one of the reasons I personally wouldn't get it, besides having access to a boat, the first one is the pain. And it's not strenuous biking it. I was fine. We did this for 7 hours, believe it or not. We started at about 10. We finished just before 5. And, I wasn't, and I'm not in good shape. I'm a big guy, but I was fine. My legs took it well. My butt didn't. It hurts. And Skinner told me that the seat on the Hobie I was using was better than the seat on the yak he was using, which, you didn't have the Mirage Drive. You had to use the paddles, and it had a harder seat. But I don't know how these guys do it for so many hours. My butt was killing me afterwards. The maneuverability, too, and what I mean by maneuverability is not necessarily getting the yak in tight or moving it around, but when you're casting, and it was a very windy day, just the wind turning the kayak slightly, and I guess this is something you get used to. But if you're reeling a certain way, and I'm a right-hand reeler, and all of a sudden the wind shifts you, then you get into an awkward position and you have to adjust. It's just not the same thing as throwing from shore or throwing from a boat, where you just have a lot more maneuverability. But again, I'm quibbling. I personally wouldn't get one, just because of the fact that my butt was really sore afterwards from sitting on that hard seat all those hours. Let me know how you guys do it that own one. I mean, do you feel the same way? And last thing, I mean, again, bucket list thing, Skinner was so gracious giving me his, top of the line kayak and using the one that requires the paddle, and just showing me the style and how to do it. And also, a little inside peek into his newfound Florida retirement life and the serenity of the mangroves. It's something that I'll honestly take with me to the end of time. It was very gracious of him. I had a great time despite the pain. And I hope you like this video. And if you're in the market for a yak and you have any questions, or if you have one and you disagree with my assessment, leave a comment. And as always, if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please hit that subscribe button.
Yep. Well, somehow I reached the shore and got hung up. I don't know how.
And it was quite the auspicious start for me. I took the spook lure that Skinner had on my pole, the only one of this model that he has, and I proceeded to cast it. This is literally our first drop, right to the shore, forcing him to paddle to the shore, get out, and save the lure. And it was tough for me in the beginning. It was very windy. I was having a tough time adjusting, and it was just tough in general. Skinner, I think, had 3 or 4 fish only, and I went like the first 5 or 6 hours without a fish. It was really tough. I still enjoyed it. I kept telling him I was having a good time because it was serene, other than the butt pain. It was very serene out there. But luckily, near the end, I finally adapted to the style and managed to get into some fish.
Look what I did. So the wind's on my back. I did not realize how far I could cast. Yay me? I don't know. Poor Skinner. He's up on the oyster beds, saving his lure. I don't know my own strength. So far he's got 3 fish. I've got 0. I've had 1 bite and I missed them. And this is painful. My butt hurts. Okay. Okay. Are you gonna try to get in that cove at all? Skinner, I'm on. Not a good time not to have it in reverse though. Damn it. All right. It's not my rod.
Red, right?
Yeah, it's a red.
Yeah,
All right, all right. All right, buddy. He's hooked. Well, I dunked your rod. Sorry. Well, all right, he's in the boat. And Jesus, Skinner.
get some pictures.
Well,
God, I thought that was never gonna freaking happen.
I'm still in shock. I dunked your rod twice. All right.
Mission accomplished. It's a nice one too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. Keep them in there. I get a picture.
Yep.
Just a few short things. One, you hear Skinner's excitement that I finally caught one. Again, this is like 5 to 6 hours into the trip. 2, you see how I struggled. I was getting too shallow. I didn't want the Mirage Drive to ground. I was trying to pull that red cord because that red cord is reverse. It's just hard to do it sometimes. You literally have to pedal to have it done. And then the last thing, man, first fish I caught on the kayak, and I did not handle the rod placement well at all. Skinner makes it look so effortless in his videos. And again, I did better on future fish, and I'm sure that's one of those things that just comes with experience.
Oh. I'm on, Skinner. Yeah. Looks like another red. Little red. All right, buddy. Dinner. This might be a snook. It's fighting different. Snook. Ah. Nice one.
So those snook typically lay very close to the mangroves, and what I did there was I just changed my camera battery, I cast it, I turned the camera on, and literally the lure, as soon as it hit the ground, got attacked by that nice snook. The other thing, check out my legs. I mean, I did not wear sunscreen. I'd been on 2 boats already and at the Miami Boat Show outside for hours. And I just didn't realize that the fact that you're not moving around, that you're not providing natural cover with your own body, that the top of your legs, your knees to your ankles are completely exposed. Big mistake. I paid the price afterwards.
We have a shark right in front of us, right in front of Skinner's kayak. Don't know if it's gonna show up. Disturbance. And he's gonna try to catch it. Skinner, I'll tell Kim you loved her when he takes you away. Oh, that is a shark. Little guy though, huh?
Oh no.
It's coming right back at you, Skinner.
He's not so small.
No? See? Kayak right behind you too. I'm on. Could it be a trout? Skinner looks trouty.
Trout?
No. Jack. Little Jack. Look trouty. All right, Skinner, 3 more casts and we're out of here.
And the reason I really wanted a trout, that would have been the slam: trout, redfish, and snook. Alas, it was a jack, and that was the fish making the noise, not me. They make that garble noise. And let me know what you think. Those of you that have a kayak, are my observations on are they on point, or you don't have the same issues? And look, I get it. I'm a bigger dude. I'm 6 feet, 230 to 235. So it could just be my weight that caused all that issue. Curious what you guys think. And we're going to end the video with one last jack, and, Skinner predicting it was a jack because I cast it in the same direction and ruined all the fun of thinking maybe this was the trout. As always, hope you enjoy. If you do, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like this content, please do hit that subscribe button.
I feel like I, wasn't doing it right oh, damn it! Pulled it out of its mouth. He's back on.
Okay, that's a jack.
It's a jack? Way to kill my thunder, Skinner. I'm not talking to you. It's a jack, and he took the bait, so that's That's the sign. He took the gulp. All right, I'm done. That was awesome though. That was a nice finish. Last half hour, 4 fish.